Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. I hope you in healthy condition wherever you are. So we are from Group 1. We would like to tell you about coal-based products and its utilization. But before we begin our presentation, let me introduce ourselves, our member of group. First is I in Setia Nur'aini with study number 18. Second is Julia Ersa Nethania with study number 20. Third is Ridwan Dani Hibatullah with study number 35. Fourth is me, Gayuh Hutomo with study number 53. And the last is Gema Mahendra with study number 70. Okay, here is the outline. Our group separated the material into 5 parts. First is introduction, second is literature view, third is methods, fourth is discussion, and fifth is closing. Okay, the first material is introduction that will explain by me. Okay, we begin with basic question. What is coal? Coal is a complex mixture of organic chemicals containing carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen atoms in a carbon chain bond. According to its grade, coal is classified into lignite, subbituminous, bituminous, and anthracite. An increase in the rank of coal is accompanied by an increase in amount of fixed carbon and a decrease in the amount of water vapor and other volatile materials in coal. Based on data from ESDM, we get that in 2019, Indonesia has coal reserve reached 26.2 billion tons, with coal production in 2018 reaching 461 million tons. Predicted that Indonesia's coal reserve will run out in 2075 if no other coal reserves are found. Indonesia is the world's largest exporter and second largest coal producer in the world. Indonesia exports 70 until 80% of coal production, and the rest is used for domestic needs. Okay, next. Apart from being used as a fuel in PLTU, coal is also used as an industrial fuel, such as the textile industry, cement industry, metallurgy industry, and etc. Coal is used as a fuel because it has a high caloric value. When burned, coal produces sulfur dioxide gas and also black carbon particles in large quantities. This is what causes coal to be the dirtiest fuel. Okay, the next material is literature review that will be discussed by Gema Aditya Mahendra.
Okay, thank you. My name is Gema Aditya Mahendra. Now I would explain about this slide. This slide is explaining about literature review that we use in making scientific paper. So first one is coal definition. Coal is a type of mineral composed of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, and mineral compounds. Coal basically formed by fossils. Its main elements consist of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Coal is also an organic rock which has complex physical and chemical properties that can be found in various forms. Coal is used as an alternative energy source to generate electricity. In coal combustion, especially coal which contains high sulfur content, it produces air pollutants such as a sulfur dioxide which can cause acid rain. Carbon dioxide formed during combustion has a negative impact on the environment. And the next in literature review, we explain about coal forming material. The first one is algae. From the Precambrian to the Ordovician and single-celled, very little coal decomposition from this period. And next is Silopines. From the Silurian to Middle Devonian are descended from algae, little coal deposits from this period. And the next is Petridopines. Upper Devonian to Upper Cambridge-Ferrois age, plants without flowers and seeds reproduce by spores and grow in warm climates. And next is gymnosperms. From the Permian to the Middle Citronous Heterosexual plants, seeds wrapped in fruit, such as pine, contain high levels of sap. And next is angiosperms. From the upper Cretaceous period to the present, modern plant species the fruit governing the seeds, male and female in single flower. And the next slide, we would like explain about types of coal. The first one is anthracite. Anthracite is the highest grade of coal with a black metallic luster containing between 86% until 98% of the element carbon with a water content of less than 8%. And the next types of coal is bituminous. Bituminous contains 98 until 86% element carbon and water content of 8 until 10% by weight. And the next types of coal is subbituminous. Contains less carbon and a lot of water and is therefore is less efficient heat source than bituminous. And the next types of coal is lignite or brown coal. It is very soft coal which contains 35 until 75% water by weight. And the next types of coal is peat. Peat is porous and has a moisture content above 75% and has lowest calorific value. And in the next slide, we would like to explain about the methods that we used in scientific research. This research is a type of qualitative research. This research is said to be exploratory in nature, which is the inductive collection, analysis, and the interpretation of data from journal research. There are three main parts of these methods. The first one is collecting data. Collecting data means we conducted an analysis of current problems and collected data from literature studies, such as from book, journal, news, or other scientific paper. And the next part is connect the dots. Each data obtained has a correlation with other data, so that we can connect, explain concepts, and develop explanation. And the next part is deductional analysis. Deductional analysis is withdrawing conclusions based on data analysis that has been done. So these conclusions can represent all analysis data. And next slide will be discussion by my friend, by other friend.
The first discussion is about the product of coal. Coal is a source of energy derived from fossil fuel which has many functions and benefits for human life. Coal-based products have a more important role in meeting the needs of energy, chemicals, and other gas products. The products of coal are divided into three types, namely coal combustion products, coal-derived products, and other products. The first products is from the coal combustion products. The result of the coal combustion process, which includes fly ash, bottom ash, boiler slake, exhaust gases, flue dust, bed burning ash, xenous spears, and scrubber residue. And the second is the coal-derived products, resulting from coal gasification process, produce a mixture of monoxide, hydrogen, and so on. And the liquefaction process produce hydrocarbon fuels and carbonization process result in the variety of commercial coal-based products. And the last one is other products. Our processes called tar is widely used in the manufacture of chemicals. Products with the coal byproducts are coal as a component, soap, aspirant, solvent, dyes, plastic, and fiber. And the second discussion is about the process of product of coal. The first process is coal gasification. The coal gasification process is a conversion process from coal in the form of solid to gas. The process begins with the drying process to remove the air contained in the coal. then processed with the devoltylation process, namely the process of heating coal until it decomposes into charcoal, tar, and gas. Furthermore, it goes through the oxidation stage. Then the flying substance is devolatilized to heat the charcoal. And the last process, charcoal is reduced to produce H2NCO gas or syngas and other gaseous compounds. And the second process is coal liquefaction. The process of liquefying coal is the process of converting coal into liquid fuel, such as petroleum. In the coal liquefaction process, there are two processes. The first is direct coal liquefaction process. The crushed coal is directly converted into a liquid phase product by adding hydrogen as a suitable catalyst at high pressure and temperature. And the second is indirect coal liquefaction process, or we can say the Fischer-Tropsch process. The coal structure is completely broken down into syngas, or H2NCO, by gasification using steam and oxygen. Then the H2NCO molecule in the syngas are combined to produce hydrocarbon fuel. And the last process is carbonization of coal. The coal carbonization process, in which organic substances become carbon or carbon-containing residue through pyrolysis or destructive distillation. The destructive distillation process is the distillation of destructive organic compounds without the use of air and produces carbon. The carbonization process is carried out using two methods, namely directly process and indirectly process. In the provision that can be done, namely coal in the air condition is limited in a dome-shaped furnace so that only flying substance will burn. If the substance burn out, the processes end. Whereas the indirectly process or dry distillation. In this process, the coal is placed in a narrow vertical space and heated from the outside. Through the steel walls, heat is channeled into the furnace where the coal is.
Okay, my name is Ridwan and Hibatullah. My student number is 35. I will explain about the utilization of each product of coal. First product is benzene. The utilization of benzene is ethylbenzene and cumin are the main industrial products of benzene, which are used as raw materials for the manufacture of phenol and styrene. In the manufacture of plastics, use benzene in the form of polystyrene, phenolic resin, and polyamide fiber. Other use of benzene are used in producing of plant protection agents, dyes, and additives for rubber and plastics processing or in pharmaceuticals. Then, coke oven gas or COG. The utilization of coke oven gas is raw coke oven gas is used in blast furnace and coke batteries in the processing of making coke by burning on site. Direct reduction iron production coke oven gas can be used in the DRA process for steel production as an alternative reducing agent for natural gas. Hydrogen production. Coke oven gas is a high potential source of hydrogen because it contains 50 until 60% hydrogen. And coke oven gas is ideal for sustainable methanol production because of its high hydrogen content. And the next is toluene. Toluene used in the production of benzene by dealkylation as an aromatic solvent and the manufacture of the oxidation products benzoic acid, benzaldehyde, and benzyl alcohol. For automotive fuels, toluene blended into gasoline to increase of the number of premium fuels. And then sealant. Sealant is widely used as solvent and thinners in paints, varnishes, adhesives, and inks. In histology, sealant is used to process and stain tissue, helping histopathology technicians to determine the presence of disease. In addition to gasoline, sealant mixed with toluene is used as an octane enhancer. And the last is naphthalene. Utilization of naphthalene is used in the production of phthalic anhydride is used in large quantities for the production of painting agents and dyes, as well as a surface active compound. Next is role products of coal in sustainable development. First, role of coal. Coal-based product has many important mainly used in power generation, industrial process heating, and the manufacture of steel and cement. In addition, coal provides more than 7 million direct jobs worldwide and supports millions more. Coal products plays a role in major economic activities in many communities. Apart from that, mining also participates in improving infrastructure such as roads, electricity, and public transportation. Role of coal in steel production is a very important component because coking coal is an important element in blast furnace steel production, which accounts for 70% of total steel production. For cement production, coal is used as an energy source. It is necessary to burn at least 450 grams of coal to produce about 900 grams of cement. In addition, coal combustion products, byproducts of burning coal such as Y-ash, can play an important role in the production of concrete. That's all from me. Next will be explained by Ain.
Okay, the next material is B, called sustainable development. There are three important things in achieving permanent development, that is the provision of energy source at the reasonable price, security of supply, and sensitivity to environmental problems. This is due to the close relationship between economic growth and direct energy use. Coal is a very important energy source even though in the next few decades. Thus, the sustainable development of coal is needed to that the ability to sustain an increase in coal production and conduct it in a environmentally and socially sustainable manner can be ensured. There are three main challenges in the development of the coal sector. A. The coal exploration, extraction, and processing system. B. Environmental and social problems that arise. And C. The increasing and high demand for coal in the power sector electricity. Coal sustainable development. First, in environment problem. A coal industry must be able to prevent pollution that can harm humans as well as plants. In other words, it must be able to minimize environmental impact from the exploration or mining and refining process to reclamation through effective environmental management. Clean coal technology that can be applied to the coal industry. The main principle in a clean production strategy include: first, reducing or minimizing the use of raw material, water, and energy. Second, change in production and consumption pattern. And the last, the mindset, attitude, and behavior of all parties must try to implement it. Called sustainable development. Second is social problem. Coal production plays a major role in the economic activities of many communities, starting from providing jobs, making services, and contributing to regional development. Mining should also train workers by following the following strategy. First, re-implement the general skill program and train workers in industrial areas. Second is forming independent small and medium enterprise that can survive after the closure of the mines area. And the last is build education and training facilities because the mining industry needs people or workers who have expertise. Okay, the last is closing. Coal is a type of mineral composed of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, and mineral compounds. Its main elements consist of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Coal products can be grouped into three, namely coal combustion products, coal derivative products, and other products or products that are directly used. The processing of coal products is divided into three, namely coal gasification, coal liquefaction, and coal carbonization. Coal-based product has many important mainly used in power generation, industrial process heating, and the manufacture of steel and cement. The sustainable development of coal is needed so that the ability to sustain an increase in coal production and conduct it in a environmentally and socially sustainable manner can be ensured. Maybe that all from our group. Thank you for your attention. Stay healthy. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.